we are live with the effort to save the pets and animals as war rages on in the Middle East.
A second safe sleeping site opens in San Diego. Coyote sightings on the rise. I'll tell you why and what to do if you see one.
Outdoor spaces like this one were approved during COVID. Now the city is saying take it down by Monday or pay a fine.
Honor Flight launches a new trip specifically for U.S. Navy SEALs.
To the rescue animal sanctuary. Meet the Ramona woman who left high fashion to rescue farm animals.
CBS 8 News live at 6 starts now.
A San Diego man is dedicating his time to easing a bit of the suffering in the war zone in the Middle East. Good evening, I'm Marcella Lee.
I'm Jesse Pagan. Carlo Cicchetto is off tonight. The man is leading a team of volunteers to rescue pets left alone or abandoned in Israel. CBS 8's Kirsten Holmes is live at the House of Israel in Balboa Park after talking with some of those volunteers today. Kirsten?
Yeah, those animals are terrified and they're alone. Some Israeli soldiers have been trying to take care of them, but now there's a more organized effort.
They just have to leave and they have absolutely nothing. What the challenge for the animals now is really basics. It's getting them food, it's getting them medication, it's getting all the basics.
Lior Kaur is the CEO of Signal Pet. They've been connecting volunteers with necessary resources to help the lost, hurt, and grieving pets and animals as the war rages on in the Middle East. For one Israeli veterinarian, Galia Shaliv, and her husband Ziv, helping these animals is deeply personal.
Many of these animals are animals that I know personally from the time that they were like very, very small, like puppies.
It is not just getting those animals out of the area. The more important part is to bring those animals to the original owners or to foster homes.
And that's why they and a growing number of volunteers are coming together to make sure these animals are safe and taken care of.
You can imagine the feeling of a young child that was waiting for his dog for 7 or 10 days, not knowing if his dog is actually alive. And when they receive the animals, it's so exciting.
According to the Times of Israel, a new hotline was established this week that will allow people to pass on information about their pets to special task forces. Volunteers and workers can then carry out rescue operations to bring the animals to a safe location. Ziv says even in so much tragedy, you can still see the helpers helping wherever they can.
It's amazing to see that even the soldiers, in such a risky time, in such a risky area, they still have the time and the mind and the dedication to take care of the animals.
Galia and Ziv say that they are using an old stable to house those animals and take care of them until they can be reunited with their families. Reporting for CBS 8, I'm Kirsten Holmes. Back to you.
Such a big effort, Kirsten. How many pets and animals are being affected right now? Do we know?
Okay, so we don't have an exact number, but volunteers tell me they have seen at least 1,000 dogs alone out there while they were trying to help. So we don't have an exact number, but at least 1,000 dogs themselves.
All right, making a big difference. Thanks so much, Kirsten. San Diego police have arrested a driver they say led them on a chase from La Jolla to Pacific Beach, through the downtown area, Little Italy, and then back onto the 94. In the eastbound lanes, that is where the chase finally stopped. Police tell us this is a potential domestic violence issue and may be connected to a restraining order. It isn't clear what started the pursuit. It ended right here on eastbound 94 near Emerald Hills when the driver of that SUV got out, ran across the freeway, jumped over the center divide during heavy traffic, fortunately not hit by any vehicles, and was arrested near the westbound shoulder.
The city of San Diego's second safe sleeping site will open tomorrow. CBS 8's Kelly Hessedal was at Mayor Todd Gloria's announcement today and toured the new site near Balboa Park.
This site is called the O-Lot, and it's located at the edge of Balboa Park near the Naval Medical Center. You can actually see it here across Pershing Drive. It's located right where you see those red tents. Now, the city had the media take shuttles to get to it this morning. Here's some of what we heard today.
This weekend, we will be ready to welcome unsheltered San Diegans here getting them off the streets, connected to services, and on a path to permanent housing.
And here's a closer look at this site. Rows and rows of tents. Each one is insulated to keep people warm if it's cold outside or cool if it's hot outside. They also built platforms so that the tents aren't sitting directly on the dirt. The mayor says there's capacity here for up to 400 tents at this site with a maximum of 2 people per tent. So couples will be allowed to stay here. People can bring their pets, their belongings. There's going to be meals provided, laundry, showers. There will be services out here to help unhoused people get back on their feet. They also have a shuttle that's going to be bringing people downtown and back. Now, one thing that I should point out is you cannot just show up here and get a tent. The mayor was very clear about that.
This is for our community's unsheltered population. This is for our homeless population. The pathways to get into this facility is through our coordinated street outreach team, the 50 some odd people who work every single day contacting homeless individuals across the city to encourage them to accept services. Those are the primary folks. San Diego Police Department is also a way that folks can access this site, but you can't just show up here. You can't just travel here and expect to have a tent here. That's not happening.
And so O-Lot opens tomorrow. We're told that they already have 20 or so people scheduled to move in. But just like the other site at 20th and B, this site is also temporary, according to the mayor's office. He says that they're also looking at other possible options for housing, and that includes H Barracks near the airport. Kelly Hessedal, CBS 8.
Thank you, Kelly. A man accused of scamming a senior out of more than $200,000 has pleaded not guilty. Ji Gao was arraigned just hours ago. Prosecutors say he targeted a 65-year-old woman with a fake tech support ad, posed as a Chase Bank representative, and then told the woman to withdraw money. If convicted, he faces up to 2.5 years in prison.
Tonight, a San Diego County Sheriff's deputy charged for having cocaine on jail property has pleaded guilty. Alan Wareski was arrested back in February after deputies said they found drugs in his car while it was parked at the Vista detention facility. Wareski was charged with a felony count of possessing drugs on jail property. Right now he's out on bail. His sentencing is set for January. San Diego police are looking for the person who set a fire at a Hillcrest bar. This happened at the Gossip Grill on University Avenue at around 12:30 this morning. The owner tells us no one was hurt and that the damage was contained to both front patios. While the Gossip Grill is a lesbian-owned bar, we're told this is not being investigated as a hate crime. The business has surveillance video, and the owner told us this afternoon they know who the arsonist is. It's someone familiar to them. Right now, the bar is working with police to help find that person. Gossip Grill is letting everyone know they're still open for business, and they will be open tonight.
The owners of a South Park restaurant and salon say the city is giving them until Monday to get rid of their outdoor space or pay a $1,000 fine.
Tonight, those businesses are hoping for a Hail Mary. CBS 8's Jenny Day joins us live from Beach Street with more on the debate. Jenny?
Yeah, so the permit allowing this outdoor space was temporarily approved during COVID, but now the city says that it's really interfering with the bus line, and they'd also like to return some parking spots to this much needed area.
We built this space to have an outdoor space for our clients and for our community.
Co-owner of Goldline Salon in South Park, Heather Northcote loves utilizing this outdoor space.
I did 2 little girls' cuts right here last week.
At the height of COVID, this sidewalk was her salon. The city approved permits to help businesses survive. So like many restaurants, they built this bonus space and would like to keep it.
People are enjoying, again, a glass of wine while they're waiting for their dinner. Kids are playing, and we've just made this corner really, really valuable for our neighborhood.
Her parklet takes up 1 parking spot. The outdoor seating next door at Buena Forqueta takes up 3 more.
There is not a lot of parking around here. We understand that.
But parking is only one reason the city is denying the permit to keep this outdoor space, which was designed to just be temporary. They say most importantly, it interferes with the bus line and poses a safety hazard for not only pedestrians, but motorists as well.
The bus gets in and out, no problem.
This is why Heather contacted us and is hoping for community support. She says this space serves as a symbol of survival of the pandemic. The city has suggested she apply for a separate permit to use the area as a pedestrian plaza.
I do have a little fight left. I love the city. we're asking for compassion.
If no Hail Mary, the Streetery and Parklet will return to street parking. And for Heather, the city's argument doesn't make sense. She says whether it's outdoor dining or parked cars, it takes up the same amount of space from the bus stop.
The next step is we have to take it down by Monday or we get fined $1,000 a week, and we can't afford that.
Yeah, so come Monday, this space could look a whole lot different. This parklet will likely be taken down, and then right here at Buena Forqueta, right next door, they will be able to keep this sidewalk seating, but then over here they will be surrendering all of this seating that is here on the street. Reporting live tonight from South Park, Jenny Day, CBS 8.
Now, Jenny, you hinted at it. We know the rules for these kinds of parklets and whatnot outside really kind of went up in the air when it came to COVID. So what's the latest on permits from the city for permanent outdoor spaces after the pandemic?
Yeah, so of course the city was trying to, of course, be helpful during COVID, but now they are only considering permits for eating and drinking establishments, and then of course can deny those permits, like in this case, for safety reasons. Back to you, Jesse.
All right, Jenny Day live for us tonight. We know that area is very popular, especially on a Friday evening and into the weekend. We'll see what happens. Jenny, thank you.
Tonight, Chula Vista is pushing to reach zero carbon emissions with its first ever zero emissions truck showcase.
The city showed off some electric and hydrogen truck options as a glimpse into what the change from traditional diesel engines could look like. People in nearby communities say traditional trucks are playing a part in their poor air quality. The push to change comes from a new California policy banning trucks and buses made before 2010 from operating in the state starting next year.
Still ahead tonight, it's back to square one in the battle to choose a House Speaker.
Plus, it's not even Halloween yet, but the holiday season has arrived in one part of Southern California, where a giant Christmas tree like that one will soon stand.
Come on, people, one holiday at a time. All right, we are closing it out when it comes to the heat. We got cool down by this weekend into the start of next week. All those details are ahead.
Honor Flight launches a new trip specifically for U.S. Navy SEALs.